Colin Damon here from Games, Brains and Headbanging Life, gbhblofficial.com for sure. And it is that time of the month. It is the best to worst of gaming of the previous month. So we're talking about July 2025, all the games that we've played in July 2025. So the best of what we've played, the worst of what we've played, and as always, the kind of cheeky achievement ones and all the things related to that, because there's been a few again. Mainly, are you laughing? But seriously, dude, it's the updates. All these games that I've played now constantly get title updates where they add 5 achievements or 10 achievements worth 1,000 gamer score, and it takes like 10 minutes to do them.
I'm laughing because there's a reason why I somehow managed to get like 91,000 gamer score in
Oh,
the last month. So,
there you go. Once you clock the games, like, and the fact they keep giving them free title updates, you'll be surprised how quickly that shit knocks up, right? Like it really
it's
is.
like,
Some of them are decent games. I think that's a really important thing.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay, well, what have I got? I've got like 7 in the best, but 3 of them are a bit more longer talks. I've got 4 in the worst, no, 5 in the worst, and then quite a few in the achievements only. What's your list looking like?
Let me have a look. Yeah, I've got mainly in the. It's hard because
There's some crossover.
yeah, I've got I've got loads like in the middle, like like not the best, not the worst, but like in bang in the middle. But I got some which are on the best, some which are on the worst, but only because yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Let's what we'll do then is I'm gonna go down my achievements only list, the ones that I basically played for achievements only. I can tell you if they're good or bad, and then so I won't do any of my best and worst official, but just these ones here. So I played Doodle Harmony, which is a match game where you match 2 characters up. Very easy game of score, takes you about 30 minutes to do, but actually quite relaxing. I think that's a good game. Factory Escape. I was one of the easy gamers. You know, basically the games that are they're released like 3 times you see them all the time. Like so you get like the Xbox XSS version, the Xbox One version, and the Windows version, and then they always offer you a deal, like in the bundle deal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Factory Escape's one of them. I've only did one version of it, and then I completed it, and then they did a title update. So it's actually 4,000 gamer score. It'll take you about 45 minutes to complete because you've got to do all the levels, and it's a pretty fun platformer for the most part. But that's another one I did. My magical backpack that had an update. So I did that update, another 1,000 gamer score. I played Ramp Car Racing, which was 12 achievements for 1,000 gamer score, takes about half an hour. I actually like these games because tied into that, Stunt Paradise had another update. Now, folks, if you know Stunt Paradise, this is one of the special ones out there. It's 5,000 gamer score, but if you would have started now, it'll take you a few hours because it's quite challenging. Basically, if you remember the game Trials,
It's wild, yeah.
it's that. It's that with a car. And it's quite fun, but it can be quite challenging, and some levels will take a few replays. The latest update is actually one of the easier sets of levels because each update adds 10 new levels, so that's why it takes you a little while. Shy Cat's Hidden Tracks Volume 1 had an update, so I got those achievements. Spot Challenge Volume 1 and 2 both had updates, so I did those again. Fucking hate that game. Um, Ghoulies Garden had an update, but that's a crap game as well, and the update was just something extra to go back into. Then Honeyland had an update, but I also have the Windows version of that, so I also did the update version of that. Mr. Slime in Dungeon had an update. See, folks, it's all title updates.
Yeah.
And the last one I did was a new one, which was called Dual Paths, another sort of platformer. And while that has not had an update yet, I'm sure one is coming. Mostly, all my achievements only games this month were mostly just title updates. And there's quite a lot of them. It's like a
Yeah.
regular thing. I don't know what point it has stopped for these games. I've heard rumor that you can only, maybe it's like 5,000, and a lot of these games have reached 5,000. But I
Yeah.
don't know if that's true. I don't know if they can they go indefinitely? Can they just keep going every month? 6,000, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't imagine they would. I'd imagine there comes a point where it's like, from a company perspective, like they want to stop, right?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Said obviously, if you're after achievements, it's lovely, it's nice and easy. But then when I look at games like Vampire Survivors, for example, it's got 228 achievements, but only like 1,600 gamer score. And
Yeah,
then you got these games here, which has got like 15 achievements, and it's got 5,000 gamer score. I
yeah.
just don't know. I don't get how they work out the bases and all that sort of
Well,
stuff. You know?
they don't, do they? And that's the right why things like true achievements exist because the ratio of like cheap, like he's used it there. Vampire Survivors has far less overall gamer score than any of these games, yet it will
Mm.
take you tens of hours to complete, and you'll get much more satisfaction. Something like it is a problem.
Yeah,
The best way to look at it is who gives a fuck really overall. It makes no difference.
yeah,
I will reiterate this. Going back months when you first laughed and mocked me for playing these games, I said to you, these games were perfect for those moments when I don't have much time. I kind of just want to play something, but I can't invest an hour and a half, or 2 hours, or sometimes I don't even want to. Maybe I've just finished a big game and I need something, a palate cleanser, a 30-minute piece of piss platformer.
yeah,
These games are perfect for that. Perfect for it. And that's why
yeah,
I praise them. I do think Microsoft needs to get a handle on the three release thing because it's making the store a bit of a mess. And seeing all these games three times in a row is messy, and you can see what these companies are doing. I do think eventually Microsoft will probably get a handle on it somehow, but I'm just not sure what that will mean.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've said I had the same. I completed obviously Oblivion, completed that, and then I needed something. I needed something just small and quick and easy to play.
Mindless, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mindless. You don't have to think about it. You put
Yeah,
mute, you put something on the TV, and you just right.
so literally, I couldn't think of any games. So what I did was I went into your profile and
Yep,
literally I started going down your list. I got a whole page full and I started searching
nice.
it. And so I was going to quickly run through my quick and easy ones that
Please.
I did. So I started playing a lot of the cat games, and do you know what? They are bloody good. I was surprised how good they actually were.
What
You know,
the hidden cats ones, hidden
yeah.
cats in like New York, hidden cats in Berlin.
So I've got like Mime the Cat Meow Together. I got that, and then obviously the Windows version. So I've done both of those. I
Yep,
got Puzzle Pet Feature Cat. I've done that one
yep.
there. I got Mime the Cat Mime Scratcher, the Windows version too.
Mimi the
Uh,
cat, Mimi the
got yeah,
cat.
yeah. Sorry, Mimi the
Yep,
Cat New Friends, and the Window
yep.
version. Completed all those, and then there's one which you didn't play, but I actually thought was one of the best. It's called Doctor Cat,
Doctor
and it's
Cat.
yeah, it's got a Windows version too, and it's a proper deep version, like of a it's like the cat's a psychiatrist, and he's like talking about your problems and stuff like that. Proper deep it was. Really
All
enjoyed
right.
it.
Look into
What
that
have we
one.
got?
Yep.
Cat pipes, and the Windows version. Kitten cat and the window version. And then obviously I got Spot Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4 all
Fuck those
completed.
games, but yep, yep.
Yeah, and I've seen and the updates. I had Shark Adventure, which is absolutely terrible, terrible game, but again, a very easy completion.
Mm.
Then one which actually was an easy completion, but I actually quite enjoyed it. It was called A Night on the Farm.
Oh, I did a night in the farm. I talked to you about that last month. The horror
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
The
yeah,
horror
yeah,
game.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's a surprisingly quite an enjoyable game.
Really, I
Yeah,
didn't like it. I thought it was unnecessarily complicated, and I thought
yeah,
it got a bit shit. Like, but I know it was a like. Did you follow a guide?
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Of course, yeah,
yeah,
of
so
course.
did I. And that meant it was kind of a bit tighter and cleaner to complete. But otherwise, I
Yeah,
think I would have got lost quite heavily without it, particularly at
yeah.
the last part.
And I've got Little Bear on Windows, Little Bear Xbox One, Little Bear on Xbox S. I know.
Yep.
And I got Minos Dungeons on the Windows.
Oh, yeah, I've done Minos Dungeon. Yep.
That one there I difficult because I completed all three versions, but for the life of me I could not find it on Windows. I had to somehow go onto the Xbox store on my laptop to try and download that version because I couldn't find it.
Yeah, because you're getting these in sales, right? I remember I don't think I could get Minos Dungeon, and I think I just gave up. I think you're right. I vaguely remember a similar thing. Like you search for
Yeah,
it in the Windows in the Microsoft, it just doesn't come up.
no,
Mm.
it doesn't exist. And as I said, I managed to download it. Obviously, the Magic Backpack, the Windows version, and the normal version. Uh,
I like my magical backpack. I think
It
that's a
was
fun
enjoyable.
game.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. Yeah, I think that's all my little games, and then I've got obviously like 5 or 6 bigger games.
Okay. Right. Well, let's. Should we do the worst next and then just finish on the best for the positives?
Yep.
Okay. So, as of the time recording, this is a very fresh worst for me. We'll go back and forth. We'll do one each because I played this game last night. So basically, last night I finished a very big game, and I'll talk about that one a bit. So I was like, I need a palate cleanser. Let me look for the store. And there was a game called A Dream About Parking Lots. It's quite new in the store.
Mm,
Anyway, it literally tells you, look, it's a short game, not much here, easy game to complete. It's basically like a therapist kind of it's like a relaxing simulator of walking around a car park trying to find your car while a therapist talks to you. It's like that kind of thing. And I thought, you know what? That could be good.
mm,
Fucking hated every minute of it. And I hated it because as well, although it is true the achievements are easy, uh they're shit. They're shit. So like, let me just bring it up to remind myself quite what was the issue. So yeah, it is just that. There's like 4 levels, 5 levels, basically they're mazes, and you've got to walk around
mm,
pressing a button until eventually you get close enough to your car and then it beeps. But at the same time, you've got dialogue coming up at the bottom. But for some reason, rather than having that dialogue scroll through on its own pace, you can skip it fast, but you've also got to answer. But at the same time, so I'm trying to
mm,
run to move faster. I'm trying to press the button to make the fucking car activate. And I'm also trying to answer for no reason at all. And the story is crap. It's boring, uninteresting. But then
mm.
like, oh, so you kind of go, obviously there's like get through the levels, right? And then like, and then there was where was it? Finished the story, 200G, gamer score, of course. Then at the end, I was like, oh, I didn't unlock on more. So I checked, and it was like, oh, stay put for a minute without doing anything. Okay, start it again. Don't move for 1 minute. Okay, no problem. Daydreaming. Find your car a minute after the therapist has finished talking. So I did another level and waited for the therapist to finish talking, and then waited 1 minute, and then that achievement unlocked. How fun, right? But it's this one
Mm.
here. Get lost in a dream for 451 seconds. So I thought, okay, what does that mean? And there's no guides. There's no guides. This game's too new. But I thought, what does that mean? And I thought, okay, surely it means start one because the levels are dreams.
Mm.
So it's like to start a level and don't move for 451 seconds, which is about 7 minutes and 51
Yeah,
seconds. So I thought, don't move. 10 minutes later, no achievement. Okay, what does that mean then? So I thought, well, maybe I've got to get all the dialogue out of the way. So I thought, we'll do all the dialogue, and then nothing happened again. And I was like, what the fuck? So I thought, let me find the car, and then stand by the car and wait another 7.5 minutes.
mm,
Nothing. I'm thinking I don't get this at all. So I entered the car because that's what to end the level you have to enter the car. Enter the car, achievement unlocked. And I still don't know what was correct. What was the correct? I think it was let the dialogue finish, then
yeah.
stand by your car for
And it
seven
completes.
minutes, and then at the end of it, enter your car. I think that's what it was, but I still don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So they basically missed off a bit of wording in the achievement probably, isn't
Well,
there?
just make it clearer, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's why. But it's crap. It'll take because of that. It'll take about 45 minutes to complete, I think. But yeah, you want to have fun doing it. Emergency crew volcano eruption. These are one of those what are they called? Where you have to collect stuff. There's a lot of these similar games where it's like a map. It's resource gathering and collecting. I
Mm,
actually like a lot of these games. I've talked about them in the past, but this is a really shit version. And part of the problem is that about halfway through the game, it freezes after every level. Every level it freezes, and you have to quit to dashboard and then go back in and start it again.
mm.
And what that does is takes about 20 seconds, but it's 20 seconds every single level.
Yeah, annoying.
Hotel Transylvania Scary Tales Adventures, you fucking dicks. How many times have I told you I am sick of companies going, it's for kids, so they will not put any effort in?
Yeah.
This is an example of a terribly made game. Not a bad game, a terribly made game where
Mm.
everything sucks about it. The graphics look like they were from the PS fucking 2. The gameplay is floaty. The controls are terrible. It's boring, it's uninteresting, it's too hard at places. Combat is a nightmare. And to complete it, you will have to do things like collect all these stupid collectible things in every level. And every level has like 1,200 and 1,500. Yet some of them are placed in such odd areas, right? So, say you miss one. Because the
Mm.
problem is as well in the level, you can go too far and you can no longer backtrack. So if
Okay,
you
yeah.
miss one or two, you will have to play that level again. But no worries, right? Just load up the level, find the one you missed, right? Find the one you missed, and then quit out, right?
You got to do them all again, yeah.
You've got to complete the entire fucking level. You can't quit out. Oh my fucking god. By the end, I hated this game so much passion. Like it was one of those that I knew if I'd stopped, if I was like, just take a break, don't bother finishing it, come back to it next week, I knew I'd never go back to it. I just wouldn't be able to stomach turning it
Yeah.
on again. So I forced myself to finish it. And speaking of forcing myself to finish, folks, if you have Game Pass, you might have seen this on there and you might be tempted because it's an easy completion at its core. And it is Barbie Project Friendship. Now, I recorded the entire playthrough. It's part of the reason why I did it. And I was falling asleep by the end. Honestly, they insult kids. This looks good and it's very child friendly. And Barbie is very different than how I remember it. It very is different. But it's easy, it's harmless, but oh my god, it's so all it is fetch quests.
Mm.
Hey buddy, let me go to the shop and get some ice cream and we'll do that. And then you do a mini game. And what was driving me nuts by the end, right? This is what they do. They'd be like, oh, can you go over to the arcade to collect something? Off I go to the arcade to collect something. Then I bring that thing back to the person. And then they go, oh, that's great. But also, could you also now go to the arcade and get the other thing I wanted? I'm like, I was just fucking
Yeah.
there. Honestly, ow. And by the end, like, but also, right, it's so to break up that monotony, it's got mini games, but you will do those mini games 10 times. So you'll
Mm.
be bored shitless. But one of them, in particular, two of them I think are hard, but one I think is impossible. Now, thank God there is no achievement for getting 3 stars in all the games. It's just to do 3 stars in one and choose one of the easier ones. Because
Yeah.
the tennis minigame, folks, I'm not alone, right? The tennis minigame is fucking broken. Like, I still don't get what I was doing wrong in it. And the guitar rock part at the end was infuriating. But yeah, but honestly, it's an easy completion, but it will take you about 8 hours because there's no way to
Yeah.
speed it up. You can't
Uh,
you can't skip things. You have to do it.
I was actually looking at it last night, and then I googled because I thought that'll be an hour or two completion. Those type of games. And when I saw 8 to 10, I thought fuck that. I ain't got the go for that at the moment. Yeah,
It's
so
100% that, folks. There is no way around it because there's nothing you can skip. There are some cutscenes you can skip. The majority of dialogue you can't even skip. You have to go everywhere on fucking foot. Later, you will unlock fast travel, but by that point, it's almost irrelevant. But also, the area isn't big enough to make it worthwhile, and the fast travel puts you at the beginning of each area. So if I'm like here in the main hub area and the beach is there, and I use the fast travel that's there. It just takes me to the entrance to the beach. By the time you go
yeah,
for the loading fucking screens, I might as well have walked there anyway.
yeah,
But it is a nice looking game, and importantly, it is harmless. But do you think putting your child now it'll be of a child of a certain age, but if you think putting a child in front of that will keep them entertained, you're insane because it's so dull. They'll be bored.
yeah.
All right, and the last but not least of my worst, Mika and the Witch's Mountain. This should have been better. A nice 3D platformer where you go around delivering items and complete quests on her desire to become a witch. And at first, it's really cool, and I'm like, this is fun. By the end, I hated it, and I hated it one for a reason only: the map. The map made it completely unfun to play. It made it confusing to navigate. I struggled to get to some higher areas because of that. I struggled to remember where people are because the map just does a random icon and it doesn't help you at all. I found it thoroughly unpleasant by the end. And the gameplay aspects of the delivery got very old because guess what that just is? Fetch quests. Go get
Mm.
this and come back and then do it again. And
Yeah,
after a
dude.
while, it
Yeah.
gets really old. It's also got confusing collectibles and some generally difficult achievements. So yeah, don't recommend Meerkat and the Witch's Mountain, even though I think again it looks pretty.
Mm.
It kind of reminds me graphically, location-wise as well. It made me feel nostalgic for The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. It's not so
Okay.
shaded. It's not
Yeah.
so shaded, but the island reminded me of islands, Outset Island from Wind Waker and stuff like
Mm.
that, you know? That's my worst. There you go. What's yours?
I've got two. I've got two in the worst, and
Okay.
what one it's probably a bit. Well, you might consider both harsh, but so for me, it's Resident Evil Zero. Resident Evil Zero, and I'm putting in there, and I know I ain't got to do it, but and I know every Resident Evil does it, but after like my seventh or sixth playthrough of this goddamn game to get all the achievements, it was just doing my head in after a while, and I know. Every Resident Evil makes you do. You got to do one for bloody normal, one for hard. But I don't remember having to do like 5 or 6 playthroughs. Then you had bloody Leech Hunter of getting 50 litres of one colour, getting all 50, 100 litres of both colours. And in the end, I just got so.
Tired of it.
It was on my gamer tag for about 2 years because I started it and then I left it. But I finally went back and finished it. And by the end of it, after about 40 hours, I was just bored of it. And then the other one, again, is a game on Game Pass. It's a
Hold
game
on.
called.
No, no. Right, right. No,
Oh, yeah,
you
sorry,
gotta
game
let me go. You gotta let me
on.
snap back. If you're gonna run Resident Evil Zero down, bitch, you don't get to just like not let me snap back. First off, I do understand. I think all the Resident Evils have pretty much followed suit in regards to kind of, but I actually am really love it because they often ask you to play it in different variations.
Mhm.
I can understand Resident Evil Zero being a little bit of a problem though, because Zero, truth be told, not only is it not as much fun, it's
Mm,
not as memorable outside of, let's be honest, the fucking beginning.
yeah,
After once you get to the lab and the facility, that is definitely not a mansion, um, it all gets a bit meh. That's the
yeah.
truth of it. However, I will not accept the slur upon Leech Hunter. I fucking love Leech Hunter. I have a guide. If you needed a guide for Leech Hunter, I hope you used my one. My high rank all 50 leeches. Oh mate,
Mhm.
I loved the challenge of that. That's the shit I'm there for. Making me do that, working it, get better at it. Love it, love it, love it.
I
So
think that the biggest issue with that game, and I think it's everyone, is the fact that there's no boxes. You have to drop items in every
it,
room.
it's
That
one of
that
the
was
biggest
annoying.
criticisms of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
even back then, it and absolutely, it's like they went, oh, we need to innovate or do something different, and it's like that's not innovation. That's actively worse. Why would you not just stick with fucking boxes? Like it's
yeah,
always worked. Why are you changing it for goodness sake?
exactly.
No, I
Uh,
agree. Absolutely stupidity.
and the other game, so it's on Game Pass, and it's a game called Carry On. So I don't know, you play some big bloody red monster which goes around and you can eat scientists and people. It was enjoyable at first, but then it was the same thing literally every area, every level. I'm just so glad that the Welsh Hunter had a guide in it because he's so entertaining watching his videos and
Yeah,
he just makes you laugh. And it's an easy completion, 3 or 4 hours,
yeah.
but it's just one of those games which is just the same thing every level. Press pull a switch, kill a few scientists, destroy a robot, pick up a collectible, go to the next area. Yeah, but
Carry on.
yeah, carry on. Carion.
Oh, carrying, carrying.
Oh, carry in. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought you were saying carry on as in two separate words.
Yes.
Carrion, the monster
Sorry.
game, the monster
Yes,
game.
yeah, sorry, buddy. The Welsh Hunter made a joke about bloody Supernatural on it, singing, and he started singing
Oh,
the Supernatural song, so he confused me. So,
fair enough.
yeah,
I have actually started Carrion, but when it first came out, I'm the meaning to go back to it. I might, if 3 to 4 hours with a guide, I might consider doing that
yeah.
then actually. Okay, all right. The best. I've got 3 games that I've completed, and I'm going to leave them to the end. I'm going to talk first. I'm going to do 4 in a row, and these are games that I'm playing now, or basically been playing throughout the month. So I've gone back to Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. This is one. This is those multiplayer games that I've talked about in the past. I'm not going to go too much into this, except to beg someone, Damon. I please. I'll buy it for you. I'll if I buy this right, you can most of the achievements in this game can be almost all of them can be done in private matches, one on one.
Mm,
So here's the problem. Nobody is playing this game anymore. And when you do get games, it's so unbalanced that it's not basically the human side, it's
mm,
too hard. Because unless you've got a really well put together group of humans, the clowns always win. They always win. And the problem is when there's not enough people playing it, I basically what happens is I'll be a human with maybe another human, and all the other humans are being controlled by bots. And the
yeah.
bots are fucking brain dead. So you're basically useless in this, trying to do everything on your own. It ne- I even thought I'd try and do the two Xbox thing with this.
Uh,
Problem is that you need a second Xbox S or
yeah.
X. It will not run on a one, so I can't do that. Private games, two people could then match up, one being a clown, one being the human, and easily knock out almost all the achievements here. It's driving me nuts. I want to do more of these achievements, but I can't because I just can't get the games, or because as humans, like the clown side, no problem. But it's the human side. So this is me asking if I buy this for you, if I buy this game, would you do it with me? With me?
Of course, of course. I mean, who's the developer? Because they look like they decided to close down the servers or something.
Well, they will eventually because it's a
Yeah,
multiplayer
cool.
game. But if I buy it and we start it, it won't take very long. It's not like yeah, the leveling up achievements, like the game, you can level up really quickly because after that, I'm telling you, right, the actual game is so much fucking fun.
Mm.
And leveling up is really because games last a while, and whether the clowns or the humans, you will let you go 5 or 6 levels every single game. Like
So
it goes really fast.
is it just a purely online game? Is it? Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
But right, okay, we'll come back to that because honestly, I really want to complete it or get close
yeah,
to completing it. There's one achievement I think for where you might need like 5 or 6 people, but then we might be able to swing that with if we're both on the same team. Do you see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like that kind of thing.
yeah. Of course.
Puppet House. I've been playing Puppet House. It's a horror game, but an old school horror game where you go to a house, there's an evil puppet, and you're unlocking doors. A bit Resident Evil, like in this sort of that kind of thing. Lock doors, progress, and things like that. Haven't put a lot of time into it. Seems like it's going to be a fun little game. Alongside that, I'm playing Oxide Room 208. This I got a code from this from a developer, so I didn't buy this, and it's basically an extreme horror game. Put it this way, it asks you at the first, and it gives you an option if you're going to stream the game where you can play a version where they blur out the gore, so it's safe for streaming. Because
Okay,
obviously
yeah,
on YouTube and things like that, it could be on stuff like that. It'll make you
yeah,
automatically be over 18. And
yeah, cool.
I've done one mission in it last night, and it is extremely gory, like really bloody, really gross. It's a little bit disjointed, but it's quite like violent and nasty. Kind of reminded me of Hellraiser,
Mm.
like level of like gore and violence and sort of messed up imagery. And this morning, as of the time recording, I started Taxi Life, a city driving simulator. I like these driving sims. I was a big
Yeah,
fan of Bus Simulator, even with that broken achievement. And I've been looking at this one for a while. It finally went and sell cheap enough where I thought it'd be worth playing. And I like the idea of just, doing a driving around Barcelona as a taxi. So like crazy taxi,
crazy
but
tax.
without
Yeah.
the crazy, but without the crazy,
Okay,
without the
okay.
crazy. You don't want it like put it this way. I am stopping at traffic lights. I'm indicating to turn left and right, Damon. Do you know what I mean? Like
Uh,
I'm
you're
treating
one of
this
those people.
properly.
You're one of those people on Grand Theft Auto who tries to play it properly and then gets bored.
This isn't this. You have the thing is you have to play this properly
Yeah,
because you lose money and shit like that for doing it badly.
yeah.
Okay, they're the three games I'm currently playing. I'll get to my finished ones now. I've got three. Sorry, I've got three ones that I've finished. But do some of yours.
So I've got two which I'm currently playing at the moment, which I'll
Mm.
do them last. So the one of which I haven't finished at the moment, but I'm just waiting. So I decided to go back and play Fable 3 because
Okay.
I know Fable 4 is coming at some point, whether it'll be next year or the year after. It's coming at some point.
Right, let me jump in. You're 100% right. It is coming. However, I don't think it's called Fable 4. I think it's just going to be called Fable. I think it's
Okay.
a reboot. like
Okay.
a reimagining, restart of the franchise. I don't think
Yep.
don't quote me on that, and it definitely is coming because it's had a trailer
Yeah.
for
So
it. But I think it's next year. The one with the trailer with Richard Adewale voicing
yeah.
over. Yeah, yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
coming
Yeah. So
next
yeah.
year. Yeah,
So obviously start Fable 3. I only need like another four achievements to complete the game. But then obviously I completely forgot about the whole the
yeah,
weapons and the
yeah.
codes. So, but literally, what I did the same with the doors. I sat myself in the middle of a tower, a barrow stone, put my controller down. I come back after an hour, and some legend had given me all the weapons and all the
No
clothes.
way.
And I was like, absolutely fantastic. I don't even know who did it. You know, said literally, I was just fantastic.
Fucking hero! What a
Yeah,
hero, man.
exactly. So I need four more achievements, but they are online. But literally, as soon as Kieran comes back next week, I've got his Xbox. It's going to do the four achievements easy. And that's Fable 3 done. Um,
Yeah, big shout out. I just want to praise that dude. Like, talk about
yeah,
living up to the legend of Fable. What is Fable about? Heroes. What a fucking
ex-
hero thing, right?
exactly. And I said the same happened with Fable 2. The geezer gave me all the dolls
Love it.
without even asking, you know. So this game's on Game Pass, and a surprisingly really enjoyable game. It's called Myth Wreck Ambrosia Island. Absolutely, it's a 4 or 5 hour game to complete, but it's such a really enjoyable, peaceful game. Very easy. Again, there's a guide on YouTube for the Welsh Hunter, which I started following, but the game was so easy and straightforward that I
Yeah.
did it myself. But it's a really enjoyable game. Literally I played that from start to finish, and it was just fantastic.
Mythwrecked. I've got it. Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island. I'll check
Yeah,
that out. That's cool. I'll check this one out for sure.
yeah. And then Little Kitty and Big City, absolutely. I started that ages ago, and then I was bored one day, and what a fantastic, enjoyable little game. And I just, I can't believe how funny it was. Just bloody tripping the humans up was hilarious. Yeah, and just
Have you
really enjoyed it.
finished that?
Yeah, it's finished it. Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
How weirdly satisfying was it to get home in the end? Like
yeah.
climbing in the end. Like how weirdly satisfying? Because obviously you can only do it when you've progressed to the point where you can climb that high and you've got the
Yeah,
abilities. But like, there's something really satisfying about it, right? I was a
yeah.
fan of it too.
I thought I'd messed up something because obviously I was missing like one hat, but it's the collar you get at the very end.
Yeah.
I panicked a little bit, but then yeah, I think that's. Oh, I've got another three which I've completed, and then two I'm playing at the moment. So
Well, I got three I've completed. So do the two that you're playing at the moment, and then we've got three each.
okay, so the two I'm playing at the moment. So I'm playing again some Game Pass. It's called Legend of Mana.
Oh, right, yeah,
So
that's the remake, the classic Legend of Mana. There's a couple of them, yeah.
yeah, so obviously I played Tales of Mana, so I thought maybe that was like a I don't know I thought it might have been part of that sort of collection, but I don't think it is. But Legend of Mana,
Tales
yeah,
of
but,
Mana.
yeah, is it Tiles or Trials of Mana? Trials or something,
Hmm.
I don't
Maybe. I'm not sure. I know there's sequels in it.
know. Yeah, I said that's what I'm playing at the moment. Said it's an enjoyable game. I'm only about an hour or two into it, so I've got a long way to go in it. And then the other one is again, I love the Lego games, but I wish I never started this because I know it's going to be a major grind.
Go on.
The Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga,
There's a lot
it's
of
a
them.
bloody massive grind. It's all 9 games too, and I know it's going to take a bit of time, but I play it for an hour a day, then I turn it off. So
Yeah, Lego games are grinds, aren't they? They can be fun though. They can be enjoyable. You play a level
yeah,
or two, you then turn off. So you were saying Trials of Mana, yeah?
yeah, Trials of Mana, yeah,
That's a remake. That's a remake of a game that was released in 1995. It is part of
okay,
the Mana series. A Legend of Mana is actually a spin-off of the main Mana series because
okay,
the Mana game that I know best is Secret of Mana. And that
okay,
came
yeah,
out in
yeah,
1993. I think
yeah,
that might have had a re-release as well. But yeah, Trials of Mana released. Released is a 3D Secret of Mana also had a remake. A lot of them basically have had remakes and they're on Game
yeah,
Pass, I think now, or then maybe they're cheap. I can't remember what it is.
yeah, cool,
Okay, so we've got three games each that we've completed. We'll go back and forth. I'll start off with a very simple one. Because technically, you could argue this one should have been in the achievements only. Except I want to put it in the best because I think these games are brilliant. The cat finding ones. This is Meow Moments celebrating geeks and athletes. So these are the ones where it's just one. Yeah, these are the ones where it's one massive picture, and you've got to
Mm,
find like 100 cats. And they probably take you a good hour or two, but they're very relaxing, very fun. They've got a really fair hint system as well, so there's no chance of getting frustrated. And even Lou enjoys playing them. So like, it's no, I think these games are great, and they're a really, really nice way to waste an hour or two just
mm.
enjoying playing them. So I played that's that one. That's the small one. So you do one of yours now.
So again, apparently these are kids games, but me personally, they ain't kid games. So it's
Mm.
Poppy Playtime Chapter One.
Oh,
So
these are horror games.
yeah. So I mean, Chapter One, it's a 30, you can complete the game in 30 minutes for all 1,000 achievements. But
Yeah.
I'm surprisingly a very, very, very deep game and excellent storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
chapter one, yeah?
I've got them there. So
Oh, okay. No, there's a fourth one as well.
yeah, there's a fourth one out at the moment, and then the final one, Chapter Five, comes out next year, which is the final part of it.
How about that? Okay. No, I've not played any. I think I've seen them like in a store, and I'll be honest, I've probably glossed over them because there's a lot of games that like, oh, you're being chased by something, run and hide ones, and I don't always like them.
Mm.
Okay, speaking about Game Pass, this is quite a recent, as of the time recording, addition to Game Pass. It's My Friendly Neighborhood. Have you seen this?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So effectively, it's a first-person Bioshock style, like from a sort of visual play kind of thing, where you go to an abandoned movie studio to turn off. You're a detective or like a handyman hired to go and turn off a feed because basically this feed is starting to cut over the main news, and what it's showing is some old like Sesame Street style show, and
Mm.
basically it's giving off horror vibes. And when you get there, it's an abandoned place, and these puppets appear to be alive. So, but it's a shooter. The game's like a you can use a wrench, you can use guns. So it's
Mm.
like a like that, and you explore, find keys, unlock rooms, all of that. It's got a great map system. There's a sup puppet who's kind of guide you along the way, and basically it's quite clever. I think you'd like it. I think you'd
Mm.
enjoy it as well, right? And there's a lot of achievements, and it's right. It looks like it's a really, on first glance, like a really complicated completion.
Mm.
Except, I think the company that made it knew what they were doing, and I think they realized, well, we can make this more fun for people if we just let them. So basically, complete the game once. The first playthrough will probably take you between 6 and 8 hours if you explore a lot. I
Yeah.
certainly did. But then you will start to unlock after that cheats. Cheats like invincibility. In throughout the game, you'll find cheat tapes, invincibility, infinite ammo. Some of them are
Mm.
silly as well. And those cheats will not stop achievements. So the achievements for playing it through and the difficulty is so hard that it has a note next to it saying that even the developer thinks it's too hard. Like, but play that game, play it.
Yeah.
You're invincible.
Yeah.
But not only that, they're really clever. So there's one that like, oh, get S ranks, S
Mm.
ranks. So obviously at the game you're scored on like how fast you did it, saves, very Resident
Yeah.
Evil, saves, deaths, all of that stuff,
Mm.
right? Not only can you do that with cheats, but there's actually a really clever way to finish the game within 10 minutes and immediately get an S rank on any difficulty. So play the game like you normally would. And when you get to the point, folks, if you know what I mean, when you see the bird, you see the giant bird, and your character will say, that's a bloody, something like, oh, that's a huge bloody bird. Go back to your car. Now, it's important that you remember to do this. At the start, don't put your hazard lights on. Because if you put your hazard lights on, you drain the battery and your car won't start. But if you just leave your car and then go back to it after seeing the bird. So that's about if you're fast, that's about 10 minutes in.
Mm.
Go back to your car and basically he will go, yeah, fuck this, I'm leaving. Like I'm not getting it. And that counts as the game complete. And you will unlock because you did it in like 10 minutes with no deaths, no saves, you'll get S plus ranks for everything.
Okay. Yeah. That
Then
sounds
there's
fun.
the horde mode. There's a horde mode, and you can use cheats again. So to get S ranks with all the characters, just make yourself fucking invincible. honestly,
Yeah,
you could say, well, what's the point? But no, but like because you only unlock these after playing through the game at least once, and even then you
yeah.
still won't unlock them all. I think it's genius. I think it's such a clever way to say to people, look, play the game, enjoy it for what it is,
Mm,
play it on the easiest difficulty because there's no reason to play it on a hard difficulty to begin with. But after that, we're going to give you the tools to have a little bit more fun. They give you other modes that there's one that breaks the game, but means you can complete it in like a minute. Because what it allows you to do is go out of the game. It allows you to go use a camera, and because of that, you can go out of the game. It means you can go
mm.
to the final office at the very start by breaking the game and going straight up there. It's fucking insane.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so massive props to the developer. However, it comes with an asterisk. Combat is dodgy. It's a bit repetitive. The graphics are dodgy in places. So you turn your brightness up because I think it's too dark in areas.
Mm.
And I did suffer a fair few crashes and freezes. Now, I think this is shit that could be improved with an update, but it's not perfect. And it still will take a few playthroughs. Oh, and also I suffered a glitch that basically I S ranked all the horde levels. And what that does is it gives you a knife. And that knife can then be used in a main game to unlock a specific door, a closet door that you cannot access any other way. Unlock that closet door, it gives you a key that unlocks a room that basically, at the start of the level, gives you everything the game has to offer.
Mm.
All the keys, all the items, all the things you would need to play for the game, you can get at the very start. I did that to unlock an achievement. But then for some reason, I went back to then go back to the horde mode and it
Mm.
reset all my progress. All the characters, all the levels had to be redone again. Don't really
Did
get
you,
what happened there.
did you still have like obviously so you got all the equipment, but it just reset all your
Horde mode
stuff.
separate, yeah. So I don't know what happened there. But by that point, I was almost done with the game.
Mm.
It wasn't the end of the world because I've actually got a video going up that shows me S ranking all the horde modes in all characters. So there's 4 characters and 4 levels.
Mm.
30 minutes. 30 minutes. And
Okay. Yeah.
folks, the trick is this: don't make yourself invincible.
Mm.
Might sound crazy. No, no. Give yourself infinite ammo. Find yourself a spot on certain levels are easier than others, and just let them come to you. Because what you want to do is when you pass 40,000, S
Gonna
is
die.
40,000. You want to die as
Yeah.
quickly as possible. If you're invincible and you've been getting more time, because time can be unlocked throughout the level, what will happen is that you won't be able to die and you've got to wait till the time runs out.
Yeah.
Could take a while. Whereas if you
Yeah.
then just die, it doesn't. All it counts is a score, not your deaths. There's the trick. But I played the game a lot, as you can tell, so I picked up a lot of the
Yeah.
tricks.
Yeah.
But True Achievements will tell you all of this. A lot of them have the right guides, and some of my video guides that I've got going up for it aren't the best. They're not the
Mm.
quickest, they're not this, they're not that, but they do show you, and all that. But yeah, My Friendly Neighborhood, I think overall it'd probably take you about to do everything in it 10 hours. But you might, but 6 or 7 of those hours is the first playthrough.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
first one. There you go. My Friendly Neighborhood. It's on Game Pass. Do check it out.
Yep.
All right, I got one more, but you do your one now.
I mean, pretty obvious, but it's Poppy Playhouse chapter 2. So
Okay.
again, it's a continuous route after the first one, better storyline, much harder achievements. It's got an annoying glitch in the game which affected me about 3 or 4 times. It's common on the internet too, which I doubt going to patch because it's quite an old game now. But it's just that there's an achievement where you got to complete the game within 45 minutes and without dying. It's very easily done. But I kept getting a glitch that every time I open a certain door, there'd be the map would be gone. And as soon as I walked forward, you'd fall off the edge and out of the game, and it counted
Weird.
death. And it happened about 3 times. And the problem is that you can't you can't do like saves. So if you die, you got to restart. So
Weird.
I kept getting about 3 times right towards the end of the game. So literally, I had to keep restarting the game, and then finally, on my fourth attempt, it worked. So yeah, yeah. But other than that, again, very enjoyable game. Definitely not a kids game. I don't know why is this going to be a kids series, and why my daughter's got all teddy bears in them, because this is not a kids game.
Five, but it's the Five Nights at Freddy thing, where it
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
it it's a horror game or a scary game, but it's like I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, like a fun one. I don't know.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, you got one more.
yeah,
Is your third one Poppy Chapter 3?
yeah.
You do that one then.
Okay, so chapter three. I haven't played chapter four yet, but this chapter three, arguably the best one that I've played so far. So it's a much longer game, about an hour and a half to complete it. It's still short. Excellent storyline, no glitches. Has got the typical stupid achievement where you can only use your hand powers 200 times, which is very difficult in that game. But overall, very enjoyable. I love it. I'm really enjoying the story. And again, I'll say this is not a kid. This is definitely not a kids game, especially when you find out the story. I suppose that
Okay.
all the kids were turned into these creatures, and the kids are killing everyone. And yeah, so yeah, weird stuff. But yeah, good game, enjoyable.
Oh, you certainly sold them to me. I'm gonna add them to my wish list, and when they're on
Yeah,
sale, I'll pick them up then.
yeah,
Okay, my last one is it's a fairly substantial game, and it's a sequel. It's RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business. So, folks, if you remember last year when RoboCop Rogue City came out, not only did I heavily praise it in videos, I wrote a very strong review for it, saying it was one of the best, like it was better than I could ever expected, and that it wasn't so much fucking fun. I will never hearing that music while I'm using that. Have you played RoboCop Rogue City yet?
is that the one that came out of Game Pass recently?
I don't know if it's on Game Pass.
There's one I
It might be
downloaded.
on Game Pass now.
There's one I downloaded the other day. Where is it? Where is it? Robocop. Oh yeah, Rogue City.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I downloaded it, and before I haven't started it because I've read up on it, and there's still I've read something about it. It just sounds like you're going from like level to level, and it didn't sound too good. I don't know. Is it?
Right. Okay, you're wrong. It is right for starters. The fact that it's mostly level based is a good thing,
Mm,
but it also has sections of not open world, but there's sections where you're in Detroit doing police work, going around,
okay.
that kind of thing. Honestly, it's such a brilliant action game.
Mm,
I can't recommend it enough. The guns, the fucking Robocop action, the music, you will have, honestly, fucking fighting Ed 209, like the end boss. Like, honestly, if you look, like, even now, what I'm about to talk about with Rogue, this next game, gives me the same feeling. The opening part of Robocop Rogue City, the moment that music hits, and all
mm,
these guys are shooting at you, and you're blasting away, and they can't fucking do a thing to you because you're RoboCop. Like you
yeah.
will just be like, "This is so badass." It was everything Terminator game wasn't. Terminator Resistance. Did you play
Okay.
that?
Yeah, yeah,
That game is pretty crappy because it made Terminator shit basically. When you
yeah,
when you're killing 10 Terminators per level, it's not there's suddenly not that much of a threat. It was part, you
yeah,
know what I mean? Whereas RoboCop feels like RoboCop. Like you
yeah,
can be taken down, of course, damaged and all that, but you feel like such a badass, and it's got a great leveling up system. The story was interesting. Love it. RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business. Now, it's a sort of sequel, but kind of a side story in that what they've done, and it's why they're selling it cheaper. It's not a full price game, it's like 24.99, and rightfully so, because I actually think it should be less than that. And that's
mm,
because it needs a patch. It needs a patch fast. Um, so basically, this is like, do you remember the movie Dread? The one with Carl Urban?
yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that was set in like a tower block and it's like that kind of this is what that is. It's
Okay.
RoboCop in a tower block where you've got to reach the top floor to stop a bad guy. That kind of thing. Which is
That's
a
like Die Hard.
yeah, yeah, yes, but also
Yeah.
not like Die Hard. Not
Okay.
yes, I get what you mean, but like it's people living here. It's a lot about the OCP stuff, the dystopian world.
Mm,
Um, like military. He's got a militia, this bad guy, but he's also tied to RoboCop's past. So it actually ties into a RoboCop, into the story of Murphy before RoboCop. So
Okay.
in a clever way. That's good. However, and let me get, I'll do the however in a minute. It's still got that fun RoboCop action. And like the opening scene where they're all running and scrambling with their guns and you are blowing head, because it's also really violent. You remember
Mm.
RoboCop's a violent film.
Yep.
The game's super violent. Heads explode. You can blow arms and legs off. Like fucking, and watching them all run and dive for cover with their shitty little guns. As I'm just standing there, and you've got that pumping RoboCop music, da da da
Mm.
da 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 da, da and I'm just like
Yeah.
brilliant. However, it's a asterisk, right? The game's too long. It gets really boring around the middle and it gets really samey because there's not enough variation of bad guys. And ultimately, the location is all really bland. Whereas Rogue City puts you in different levels and areas. So sometimes you're in the city, sometimes you're at like a steel mill, sometimes
Mm.
you're here, like all different areas. This is basically different floors of a building. There's not a lot they can do with it.
Yeah.
The story starts to really drag. It then gets really good at the end, unsurprisingly,
Mm.
but around the middle it gets really flabby. But honestly, it's got a lag problem. The game lags so much.
Is that because
Like
like too many people on the screen?
I don't know. No, sometimes it's as simple as just like it's like a loading issue. So
Oh,
like when
okay.
you're
Yeah.
moving between doors, you'll get this lag. Never
Mm.
crashed, it never crashed. But I tell you, sometimes I thought it was gonna. You know, and like that can be that's why it needs to patch like
Mm.
that. It's also right. It's got missable achievements, and I think right. The problem with this is that the game isn't you won't want to play through it twice. It's
Yeah.
a one and done. Now, thankfully, I clocked it had missable achievements early on. I missed one that meant I had to replay the second level a little bit,
Yeah.
but and you can just replay levels, but some of these missable achievements are at the end of a level that's 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's that sort of stuff. So like it's like but you can play the game on easy. There's no difficulty achievements. It's all basically achievements related to completing levels and completing the game, plus these missable achievements that aren't difficult. They aren't
Mm.
difficult. But just like you could miss them if you're not paying complete attention or you
Yeah.
make a mistake. Like the one I missed was some guy doesn't believe I'm RoboCop, so he decides to test me. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of dumb characters in the game because,
Okay. Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
got the answers. I got the answers wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
So he thought I was a fake RoboCop. Trust
Okay.
me, the amount of times I want to crush people's heads, but I
Yeah.
can't because but then there are fun ones, and I love like the fact there's an achievement called pet mode initiated, and it's for petting a cat.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that shit's funny
It,
to me, you know.
it is. Yeah. It's clever. Yeah.
But there's a really good level. Like there's some levels that take you back, and there's a level where you play as Alex Murphy,
Mm.
Bree being blown apart,
Oh. Oh.
like,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
that's a fun little touch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's quite cheap already. It'll be cheaper a lot later, and hopefully in a patch up. But listen, I would give Unfinished Business this one a 6 out of 10. I think I gave Rogue City an 8 out of 10 to play
I
it.
mean,
So much
Roxy.
fun.
It's on Game Pass. Is that the moment,
Yeah.
Roxy?
Play it then. Play it
Yeah.
now. It's there. You
Yeah.
will. The moment right. What do you want RoboCop to be? It needs to be good gunplay, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
action needs to be good. The best thing about Rogue City is the action. The story's fine. The missions are fine. The voice acting's fine. All of that's fine. The graphics are fine. But
Mm.
the action is fucking excellent. You will not get bored of blowing away fools.
Yeah, I've got so many. Literally, I went out and bought about bloody like 5 games. I bought bloody Alan Wake 2. It's still at the moment. I got the new Broken. Well, I think it's new, but the new Broken Sword game,
No,
Shadow Temple. What's
Reforged.
that?
It's the original game remade.
Is that what that is?
The very
Oh, sweet.
first game remade.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
I got Civilization 7. Which obviously I was going to get, and surprisingly, I couldn't believe it when I downloaded it. It gave me the Xbox version and the XS. I've got both versions, which is
Fucking
like.
hell.
But then obviously that's an eight. It's an 80-hour game, and at the moment they haven't released no DLC. I can guarantee there's going to be 10
There'll be
DLCs.
loads of them. Yeah.
It always is. And yeah, I just literally bought loads of games, and I've got such a bloody backlog at the moment.
Of course, I mean, you're a game. A backlog is what we all have. It is.
Yeah,
You listen. Well, you said you have Alan Wake 2. That should be a priority.
mm,
It's one of I. That should be a priority. You play out. Fuck all the rest of the games. Play Alan Wake 2. Fuck Rogue City. Don't worry about it. Play Alan Wake 2. Because I can't praise that game enough.
mm,
That's it. That's our July. I
yep,
think, right? I think August is going to be a quiet one for me. When we do this at the end of August, it's going to be quiet. Obviously, I'm about to go away to Bloodstock. That's going to wipe it out. And following Bloodstock, I mean, I could be moving. So, do you know what I mean? Don't get me
yeah,
wrong. I will still be playing games here and there. So we'll still have something to do. But I just don't know if it's going to be as full. Because I basically had 2 weeks off in July. So
yeah,
I've had a lot more time to play games. You know what I mean? But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, obviously.
yep.
All right, folks, got any thoughts on what we talked about here? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.